If you're over 45, there's probably a question that kind of haunts you. It pops into your head at the worst times, right? And man, it can bring on a wave of stress in just a second.
And I'm not talking about the fantasy version you see on TV with people sailing into the sunset. I mean a real, stable, dignified future where you don't have to worry. And listen, if that question ties your stomach in knots, I want you to know you are so not alone. It's one of the biggest fears out there, but today, we're going to take it apart. Okay, let's just get right into it, because this is the whole key. The reason so many of us feel like we're behind isn't because we messed up or didn't earn enough. It's because the goal, the very target we've been told to aim for, is broken. We've been chasing a ghost.
And here it is. This is the villain of our story today. This big, scary, impossible-sounding number. 1 million, 2 million, whatever the financial gurus are saying this week. It's a number designed to make you feel small, and honestly, it usually works.
It's just so demoralizing, isn't it? You look at what you've managed to save, and then you look at that number, and the gap just feels like a giant canyon you can never cross. It makes you feel like you've already lost the game, so why bother even playing? And that feeling, right there, is the real enemy.
So let's call this what it is. It's a myth. And in this explainer, we are going to completely tear down this myth, piece by piece. And more importantly, we're going to replace it with something that's smarter, calmer, and way more achievable.
And this quote it nails it. It really gets to the heart of the problem. See, we've all been trained to think about piling up this gigantic mountain of cash. But that's not how life works. You don't pay your mortgage from a mountain, you pay it with the money that comes in month after month. So, this is the big moment. This is where we flip the script. What if we just stopped playing that game? What if we decided that whole way of thinking is just wrong? What if the goal wasn't some huge abstract number at all, but something way more familiar? And that leads us to a much, much better goal. Instead of obsessing over a giant pile of money, we're going to focus on one thing: creating a reliable monthly retirement paycheck. That's it, because that's what actually matters, right? A steady stream of cash flow that covers the bills. Just look at this shift. The old goal is intimidating. It's abstract. The new goal, it's concrete. It's familiar. You already know how to live on a monthly paycheck. You've been doing it your whole life. This is a game you already know how to play. Okay, so how do we actually do this? We change our mindset from just saving to building. Your job now is to build an income engine. An engine that, once it's built, will just keep running and sending you that paycheck every month, no matter what. Now, this isn't magic. It's just some straightforward math. A good, simple way to think about it is this. For every $1,000 you want coming in each month, you need about $300,000 invested to generate it. So, you want $2,000 a month? You're aiming for $600,000. See how that works? All of a sudden, those big numbers actually mean something practical. And this simple idea, well, it changes everything. Instead of trying to climb Mount Everest in one go, you're just going to lay one brick at a time. Your first mission? Just build your first income block that generates $1,000 a month. Once you hit that, you celebrate, and then you start on the next one. It makes the whole thing feel possible.
And you know what the best part of all this is? You are not starting from scratch. You're not building this engine all by yourself. You have some really powerful allies on your team that do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Trust me, you're way closer than you think.
For example, let's talk about Social Security. For a lot of people, this is a big deal. Let's say you figure out you need about $3,000 a month to live comfortably. Well, if Social Security is going to kick in $1,500 of that, then your investment engine only needs to generate the other $1,500. Your personal goal just got cut in half, just like that.
And here's another thing working in your favor. Your life changes. I mean, think about it. When you retire, you stop paying for your commute. Your house might finally be paid off. You're definitely not buying work clothes anymore. A lot of your biggest bills can shrink or even just disappear, which means you might need less each month than you're planning for right now.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm in my 40s or I'm in my 50s. Isn't it too late for me? And the answer is a hard no. Absolutely not. Because you still have the most powerful force in finance on your side. Time for your money to compound. What you invest consistently over the next 10 or 15 years can still grow into something amazing.
So here's the bottom line. Yeah, the best time to start was 20 years ago. But you know what the second best time is? It's right now. Today.
Putting it off, even for another year because you're scared or unsure, that's the most expensive mistake you can possibly make.
Okay, so this is where it all comes together. Once you make this shift, once you focus on income and you remember your allies, you move out of a place of fear and into a position of incredible power. And that power has a name: flexibility.
See, retirement isn't an on or off switch anymore. It's a dial, and you have a whole toolkit of levers you can pull to get it right. Maybe you work part-time for a few years, doing something you love, or you turn a hobby into a little side business. Even an extra $500 a month dramatically lowers the pressure on your savings. You've got so many options.
And please, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Stop chasing the perfect retirement plan. It's a fantasy. Real security, the kind that lets you sleep at night, comes from having a plan that's flexible, a plan that can bend when life throws you a curveball.
So, if you want a better answer, you have to start asking a better question. The old question, do I have $1 million yet, was a trap. It was designed to make you feel like you're failing. It's time to ask questions that actually give you control.
Here's your new playbook. 3 simple questions. 1. How much money do I really need coming in every month to be happy? 2. Where is that money going to come from? Social Security, maybe a pension? And 3. Okay, what's the difference? What's the gap my investment engine needs to fill?
The moment you answer those 3 questions, this huge, scary thing called retirement stops being a monster under the bed and starts being, well, a math problem. And you can solve a math problem. The biggest risk you face isn't a bad market. It's being paralyzed by fear and doing nothing. That's the real danger.
Because once you reframe the whole thing, you see it for what it is. Retirement isn't some great mystery that only the lucky few get to solve. It's just a plan, a clear, step-by-step, achievable plan. And it's a plan you can start working on, one income block at a time, starting today.